Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. What's up, MK? Yeah, I called it. Don't know what I called, but it's because I'm awesome. Man, we got a lot to talk about today. Whew. Lots happening. Tom, what's up? You're not happy, Tom? Come on. We got Chris Godwin back. We got Lavonte David back. We're keeping our offensive line intact. We got Haasan Redick. There, I just said all the news. I might as well stop the stream now. Yeah, so free agency doesn't officially start, or we can't really sign anybody until Wednesday at 4 p.m. That's when this year, the 2024 season ends and the 2025 season officially begins. So all this stuff you're hearing about all these signings and all this stuff, they can't do anything yet. It's not till Wednesday. So this has happened to us before, where we get somebody and then they pull out at the last minute or whatever. But still, we've got some good news on a lot of different fronts. Now, of course, everybody wants different things. I know a lot of people were, wanting to trade Godwin so that we could get some more defensive help. People were not real happy with Ben Bredeson last year. He was the weakest link in the offensive line, but he wasn't bad. I felt like he was a little bit above average, and that's not bad. If that's your weakest link, that's not bad. So I'm happy that we are keeping him just for consistency, if nothing else. And they're just going to get better. The more they play with each other, the better they get. Now, we did lose Robert Hainsey, the center. He's gone to, what's up, Joe? Rampage. Rampage, what's up, brother? What a day. I know, man. I know. I'm just amazed at all the stuff we're hearing that's coming down the pipe. Like I said, nothing's official till Wednesday, 4 p.m. So, most of this stuff will probably go through, but you never know. It's the nature of the NFL. Robert Hainsey has gone to the Jaguars to hook up with Liam Cohen, the traitor. He's gone there. He's got a 3-year, $21 million deal. That surprised me a lot. That's interesting because Cohen never coached Hainsey as a starter, So I don't know what he saw in him. I guess he just needed some offensive line help over there and knew Hainsey could do it. I don't know. Liam said, "Hey, Molly. What's up, MK?" I'm happy too. I'm happy that Lavonte David's coming back, and I'm happy that we got Chris Godwin. Everything else is just icing on the cake. So the Lavonte David contract is interesting. He's got a 1-year, $9 million deal. It's amazing that we can keep him for $9 million. We have underpaid him every year. It's amazing. Anyhow, it's fully guaranteed. His salary is $3.5 million. He's got a $5 million roster bonus, third day after execution of contract. So that'll be Monday or Friday. $29,000 per game active roster bonus guaranteed. Plus $600,000 in sacks, interceptions, playtime, and the playoffs incentives. So he can make more than $9 million. He can make, looks like about 11 million with incentives. So those are the type of contracts I like, man. I love incentive-laden contracts. I wish the NFL would do more of them. I think it's kind of hard with the new NFLPA or the old NFLPA. But I do like incentive-laden contracts. Tom, what would make you happy? The Buccaneers make Thomas, they make you the Buccaneers GM. That's the only thing that'll make you happy, Tom. You got high standards. Oh, by the way, hey, I wanted to show you this, Tom. I found that picture of my dad with the blue marlin. So there it is. This was his first deep sea fishing trip he ever went on, and he caught that. How crazy is that, huh? Does that say 1977? Eesh, I'm showing my age. Look at my dad. Look at that car. Is that a Bronco? Wow. Oh my gosh, it looks like he's wearing tennis shoes. I don't think I ever saw him wear tennis shoes. They might be tennis shoes. Anyhow, that one was for you, Tom. Yeah, first time he ever went deep sea fishing. Catches a big old blue marlin. I told y'all that story about mounting it. what a mess that was. We had that big old blue marlin head over our couch in our den for years. Christopher Cole, what's up, man? What is up? Let's go. Yes. I know. I'm very happy with everything, man. I'm happy with it. Haasan Redick. We signed Haasan Redick. Okay, let's go over this. 1 year deal, $14 million, $12 million guaranteed. His agent is apparently Drew Rosenhaus. Now, that's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal. I don't know how good he's going to be. You know, I mean, he had a horrible time with the Jets, but everybody has a horrible time with the Jets. You know, it's the Jets, so I'm not even gonna ding him for that. You know, what was it last year? Remember the Eagles traded him, and he was mad about it. He did not want to play for the Jets. Remember that? He held out, and I don't think he played a game until midway through the season. And his stats were horrible. I don't think he wanted to be there. Right? So we'll write off his last year. But I do want to look at some game film. If we can get to that tonight, I'd like to look at some game film with him at the Eagles. You know, I mean, he's been with 4 different teams. He's been with the Eagles, the Jets, and God, was it the Bills? Who was it? The Panthers. That's right. The Panthers and the Cardinals. Was he drafted by the Cardinals? Man, he sure was. In the first round, 13th overall. Huh. In the 2017 NFL draft. So he's still young, man. He's what, 9 years in the league? Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years in the league. This will be his 9th coming up. He's got 83 games started, but 124 games played. Snap count is not as high as you would think. Now, he only started 3 games in his first year, and in 2019, he only started 5. So he was not a regular starter at Arizona. He was a rotational guy, apparently. In Carolina, when he was with Carolina, he started all 16 games. And then with Philadelphia, he was with Philadelphia for 2 years. He started all 17 games. Now, I know last year we all wanted to get him when he was, they were putting him on the chopping block. So we got him now. What's everybody say? Heather, what's up? Special living with Ralph. No, the Perrine running back deal is not accurate. We are not getting Sanjay Perrine. That is a no. Jason Lake actually came out and said that was false, fake news. So, okay. Well, Molly answered you. What are you talking about? My dad better looking than me. I look just like my dad. And he was a good-looking man. Yeah, Yaya, Vita, and Kalijah. Mr. Cansey. I like Mr. Cansey, man. I like him. Yeah, I think we might have some beast work going on at defensive line, man. It might be coming together. You are good looking, okay? I did look up Rampage. He had a fast 40 time. What was he, like 4.4? Something like that for a quarter. We're doing good, Heather. How you doing, man? We had a rough weekend, but today's really good. The chat might be blurry. I squished it up. I need to stretch it out. I'm still trying some stuff out. Yeah, I need to stretch that chat out, don't I? It's pretty ugly looking now. It's like squished up and stretched. What if I could do that now? Nah, I'm not gonna mess with it now. You got no margaritas. Okay, so chat does need to be fixed. All right. Let's get some corners now. I know. Well, with Lavonte coming back, it doesn't make inside linebacker as much of a need. We could definitely wait later in the draft for that. It doesn't have to be top priority. So, yeah, man, it really opens up our draft choices. I think we can go with best available at certain positions. Inside linebacker. What about edge? I mean, is that bumped down now that we've got Redick? Don't know. So yeah, cornerback. Let's do that. Because that's what we said. Edge, inside linebacker, cornerback. Those are our three main concerns. And we got an edge in free agency. We're bringing Lavonte back. Of course, we could always use more inside linebacker help because we're not going to re-sign J.J. Russell, apparently. We're going to let him test free agency and then come back. Carlton Davis got a bag? I didn't even see that. Yeah, so we lost Hainsey, which that's going to make Tristan Wirfs sad because they were best friends. And J.J. Russell, we're not re-signing him unless he can't get anything in free agency. Then we'll bring him back cheap. And who else was it? We let somebody else go. Oh, Jordan Whitehead. Yeah, we're not re-signing Jordan Whitehead. So, inside linebacker. So if Servassier Dennis if he's going to be playing, that'll be good. But we need some depth there. But I don't feel like it's the vital need that it was if Lavonte David wasn't coming back. What did Carlton Davis get? Okay, well, didn't he get hurt last year? Only played like half the year. Let's see. Carlton. 3-year, $60 million deal. Whoa. $20 million a year for Carlton Davis. Oh, man. Detroit, what are y'all doing? Woo. Wait, is that Detroit? No. Oh, my gosh. He went... Patriots. Oh, my gosh. I heard they were trying to get Chris Godwin. But we didn't let them. Wow, $20 million a year for Carlton Davis. Man. Yeah, so the Bucs are not tendering a restricted free agent linebacker J.J. Russell, making him a unrestricted free agent. Uh, the so we if we do bring him back, it's going to be less for less than 3 million. Apparently, if he can't get anything in free agency. Yeah. Did y'all see Justin Fields was going to the Jets? I was talking to Molly. She told me that. I said, wow, talk about going out of the frying pan into the fire, out of the fire into the gates of hell. That poor guy has never had a chance, man. I mean, I thought he did pretty good at Pittsburgh for a little bit of time, but as soon as J.J. Russell came back, they were like, gone. Ah, poor guy, man. Oh, here's a big one. I didn't even know this until right before I got on live stream. Grady Jarrett is gone at the Falcons. He got signed to the Bears, $43.5 million deal with $28.5 million guaranteed, 3-year deal. No more Grady Jarrett. We don't have to deal with Grady Jarrett. What's going on with the Falcons? Why would they let him go? That's insane to me. Insane. I don't know, man. But I'm glad we don't have to deal with him anymore. He's always been the hardest one to deal with over there on the Falcons. And man, 2 years ago when they had Campbell and Grady Jarrett and the Khalil Mack, somebody, man, they were dominant up front. Then everybody got hurt. Jets are the new Browns. Yeah, the New York Browns. They are a absolutely horrible organization. Lavonte Adams is gone. He left. Let me see. Aaron Rodgers, who was he talking to? Oh my gosh. I can't remember. Was it Pittsburgh? No. Who was talking to Aaron Rodgers? I can't remember. Anyhow, Lavonte Adams left and he's gone to the Rams. So it looks like the Rams aren't giving up. I thought the Rams were ready to do a rebuild this year, but apparently not. So yeah, he went to the Rams for a 2-year, $46 million contract with $26 million guaranteed. Man, whoa. They love their wide receivers at the Rams, don't they? DK Metcalf. Man, I wanted him so bad. Me and Tom were talking about that. And, what's going on with Seattle, man? They're just imploding, it looks like. Geno Smith's gone. And I thought, me and Rampage were talking about that. We thought for sure he was going to the Raiders, But Geno Smith ended up going somewhere else. And DK Metcalf went to the Steelers. No, wait. Geno Smith did go to the Raiders. I thought DK Metcalf was going to the Raiders too, right? Because Pete Carroll and all that good stuff. So, get the gang back together. But DK Metcalf ended up going to the Steelers and for a 2nd-round pick and a big contract. 2nd-round pick, that's tough. But it's DK Metcalf. I would have done it. I know, Tom, you don't agree with me on that one, but I would have done it. Having DK Metcalf and Mike Evans on the same team, man. Sam Darnold to Seattle, really? That's going to be interesting. Because who do they have for him to throw to over there now? Man. Chargers have released Joey Bosa. They did that Sunday, I think, or Saturday. And he hasn't been signed anywhere. So what is up with that? That's strange. There might be something going on behind the scenes there we don't know about. I heard he was talking about he'd like to go to the 49ers where his brother Nick is at, but that ain't going to happen. 49ers ain't got no money. The Bills have given Josh Allen $250 million guarantee on a 6-year, $330 million contract extension, to making him the highest the most guaranteed money ever given, I think. Something like that. Every year it's different. Myles Garrett ended up re-signing with the Browns to a 4-year, $40 million per year contract, which makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the league until 3 weeks from now when somebody else gets paid huge. But I guess he's staying with the Browns, man. I thought they would rework his contract to make it easier to trade him. That ain't going to do it. Ain't nobody going to pick up that tab. Yeah, I did not know Sam Darnold went to Seattle. It was Pittsburgh that was talking Aaron Rodgers. Okay, that's what I thought. That'd be interesting. But, they did good with Roethlisberger's with his crazy running style and broken plays. And, it's kind of, Aaron Rodgers is pretty good at that too. So it might be a good fit. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, what's up, MH? Yeah, DK definitely, Steelers definitely needed help, man. They haven't had any good receivers since, Antonio Brown, really? They've been hurting for wide receivers. Seems like any time a wide receiver does good there, it just turns to crap real quick. Or they go somewhere else. I don't think Sam Darnold's going to do good at Seattle. I really don't. I still stick to the fact I don't think he's a good quarterback. He just had Justin Jefferson last year in a good run game, so I don't know. We'll see. Khalil Mack back to the Chargers. Yeah, they let go of Bosa and kept Khalil. Now, it's really surprising to me that nobody picked up Bosa. I figured he'd get snatched like immediately. So he might be in negotiations looking for a big contract or something like that. I don't know. But I figured somebody'd pick him up. I haven't heard anything. What's up, Chris? Christopher Cole. It's a culture thing? What, are they rebuilding the culture? Seems to me like they were just imploding, man. They're getting rid of everybody. Nobody wants to stay there. I know, Josh Allen just... He reminds me of Mark Martin in NASCAR back in the 90s, early 2000s. Always second place. Could never get the first place, man. He was the best second placer in the world, though. Kyle Trask. No. I didn't know. Have we heard anything about, I guess not, that we're going to keep him? Or let him test free agency, I guess? I don't know. It sounds like it. Austin Hooper, tight end, he's still out there. I saw Tanner Hudson. Yeah. Tanner Hudson re-signed a 1-year contract. Is that with the Bills? No. I've got this free agency tracker up here, but it doesn't show the teams. So it's not very helpful, is it? I have to figure out where they went. It just says this person signed, but it doesn't say what team they signed. And then I just closed the window, so now I gotta bring it back up. Has anybody got a good link for a free agency tracker? That's not extremely impossible to read. Yeah. Jason Horn, 100 million, 70 guaranteed in Carolina. Good grief. How long is that for? Is that a 5-year contract? It's got to be. That's got to be 5 years, right? Pete Carroll's a good coach. I like Pete Carroll. I really didn't have much of an opinion on him until that when we played Seattle in Germany. And after that press conference afterwards, I was like, wow, he's a really cool dude, man. Me too, MK. That's why I'm concentrating very well. 4-year contract, 100 million, 4 years. That's 25 million a year for a cornerback. Dang. These teams get this extra 22 million this year, and they're going crazy. Yeah, I think you get that a lot, LMH. A lot of these guys are great in practice, and coaches love that. Coaches, they spend more time with these guys in practice than they do in games. So that's what they look at. They're like, is this guy a good practicer? What's his handoff strategy? Who'd the Panthers sign? I need a good free agent tracker. I want something that updates live, shows me who went where. I'm going to do a search for it. NFL free agency tracker. It says spot rack, but let me see a spot racks. Is this live? But see, the thing of it is, none of these signings have happened yet, right? I think you can re-sign guys. But like the Haasan Redick thing, that's not going to happen until Wednesday at 4. Panthers sign. Okay, let me look at Trayvon Moehrig, the safety. Good grief, 51 million. 51 million for a 3-year deal for a safety. I never even heard of him. Trayvon Moehrig. He was with the Raiders. What was his number? Because we watched the game film. I'll recognize the number. Let's see it. Man. Moehrig. He was number 7. I vaguely remember that. With the Raider for 4 years. Time to drink water. Interesting. So yeah, the Bucs signed Ben Bredeson, a 3-year deal, 22 million. That's right where we said it would be. It's about a little over 7 million a year. That's good. That's decent. Haasan Redick, we got him for a 1-year deal, 14 million, 12 million guaranteed. Chris Godwin's back, 3 years, 66 million. So that's 22 million a year, 44 million guaranteed. So it's 2 years. We got him for the next 2 years at least. Like I said, Robert Hainsey went to the Jaguars. Going back to the trader. Poor Tristan Wirfs. I had no idea they were best friends. Tristan Wirfs and Hainsey. And Wirfs was really upset, really sad. He was like, yeah, he's going to leave this year, because he wants to be a starter. Hainsey didn't want to sit behind, and be a backup center. He wants to be a starter. So Wirfs was kind of sad about that. Max Crosby got a big old extension, $106.5 million, 3-year contract, making him the highest average paid non-quarterback. I wonder if the Myles Garrett deal blows that one out of the water, huh? 3 years, $106.5 million. So no Max Crosby. He's staying. Matthew Stafford is working out a deal with the Rams. Now that surprised me. We talked about it last live stream that, there was just no way they were going to keep him. I was like, there's no way. But now they got Lavonte Adams for him to throw to. They got rid of Cooper Kupp. Got Lavonte Adams now. See, a lot of my notes are outdated. What's everybody talking about here? Dear Wave, what's up, B. Cole? Time to trade Jamel Dean. Yes. It really is. He left $20 million on the table to stay with Tampa. Yeah, from what I hear, the Patriots were going after him hard. I'm glad he stayed with us, man. And we talked about that. I said that. I was like, he's the kind of guy that will take a pay cut to stay at Tampa. Because he knows he's set for life. Like a Mike Allstott. Mike Allstott is a fixture at Tampa, man. He's always out and opening up car dealerships and getting free dinners and lunches and talk shows and all that. He just Rondé Barber too. They're just all over Tampa. They're set for life, man. They never have to work a day or pay for a meal again. Oh, he doesn't hand off to Marshawn Lynch. I get it, Tom. I get it. All right, Rampage is sending me. Oh, Tom, you called me earlier. I didn't see it. I just now saw that. I haven't looked at my phone. Oh, okay, this is a free agent signing. Dang. Colts signed cornerback Charvarius Ward, $60 million. Man, these cornerbacks are getting paid. I mean, it's like $20 million a year. Panthers signed defensive tackle Bobby Brown. Hope he doesn't beat anybody up. Beat up on them women. Said that same Bobby Brown. He's gonna be out there singing. Okay, these got grades to it. Yeah, the Jets signed cornerback Brandon Stevens again to $23 million a year. Man. Chargers signed cornerback Dante Jackson, 2 years, $13 million. So that's not too bad. So yeah, Jordan Whitehead is not going to be re-signed with us. Did we talk about this last time? But Gruden is going to be reinstated into the Ring of Honor. Good for everybody. It's good for the fans. Good for ownership. Bury the hatchet. Good for Gruden. Everybody. I thought it was very petty what they did. I thought it was kind of, Gruden shouldn't be talking about people like that, but, it's just obviously that's the way he talks. And it was a private email, so you didn't think anybody was going to see it. But I thought it was kind of petty what they did. And, a lot of fans disagreed with it. So I think this is good. Makes everybody happy. Bury the hatchet. You made your point. You got the power. But Buccaneers need to get their team report cards up. Again, we didn't do too good this year. The NFL Players Association released its annual team report cards. And again, Cardinals stink. What is going on with the Cardinals? The Dolphins, the Vikings, they ranked at the top of the report cards, receiving the highest overall grades. Falcons, Raiders, and Chargers made significant improvements, moving up to the top 5. Falcons trying to do something over there. Jamie and Sherwood? Who is that? Yeah, okay. Falling way behind again. Realtor David Zussman. What's up, brother? Byron Murphy Jr.? Yeah. Jamie and Sherwood. You don't like this? You don't like our free agency start, man? I'm happy to get Lavonte back. I'm happy to get Chris back, Chris Godwin. I'm happy to get Bredeson back. Just to keep the line consistent, He'll get better this year. The Haasan Redick signing, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Last year we signed an edge guy and it didn't turn out for us. He wanted to smoke weed instead of play football, apparently. The Dolphins got the tough stadium cops. That's funny. Yeah, you think we're going to be in the Super Bowl talk? Okay, well, if Godwin can come back and play like he did, that's a big if, and not get hurt. Again, that's another big if. I think we were definitely in the running until he got hurt, and it was kind of a struggle there for a while. But I don't know. I'm not ready to say we're Super Bowl ready. Don't know, but that offense, man, it was just kicking. Running game, man. That was fun. I'm not going to lie. Watching that offensive line last year, watching them running backs last year, that was fun. That was good stuff. But, man, we got to do something about our defense. And it's mainly scheme, I think. But, y'all know. Yeah. I'm with you, Lawrence. 100%. We got to do something about this defense. I just worry that we're going to get good guys and then the scheme's going to handicap them. Like Redick. Are we going to drop him back in coverage? 10 times a game? Don't know. That reminds me, I was setting it up so we could watch some All-22 of Redick here. And I ended up started playing around with the NFL Plus game film stat stuff. And they got all kinds of stats that you can mess around with here. But they've got on defense, they got how many times a guy dropped back into coverage. And I was looking at Yaya Diaby, and these numbers are not right. He's not right. Like they got with the Chargers, he dropped back 10 times, the Giants 6 times, Panthers 6 times. But with Detroit, they only had him drop back 5 times. I know for a fact in that game, he dropped back at least 10. At least 10. So I don't know how accurate these stats are. But then I was looking at Haasan Redick and how many times he dropped back. Let me see. Let's look at this. Where are we at? These are his stats here. Alignments. Where was it? Oh, it was nearest defender. They got all kinds of. Yeah, see, this doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's career. Okay. So yeah, according to this, here are the stats over here. Let me pull up my drawing stuff. So over here, this shows how often they've dropped back in coverage per game. See if I can get it better so we can see it. Yeah. Yeah, so anyhow, right here it shows how many times he drops back in coverage, apparently. Now this is Haasan Redick. As you can see, 7 was the most, 6, 5, 1, and then 0 for a lot of games. Now he didn't play. Looks like he started week 8, so he missed the first 7 games. And then you look at Yaya Diaby, and his coverage snaps. Totally, that's a lot more coverage snaps. But I don't think these are correct. So again, I'm asking the question, if we get somebody that's good edge defender, are we going to mess him up by dropping him back in coverage all the time like we do with Yaya and JTS and anybody else that's going to play like we did with Shaq Barrett? I don't know. It bothers me. Don't like it. So here's Haasan Redick. We've got stuff we can look at here. We can look at pass rushes, quarterback pressure, sacks. Let's look at. He didn't have hardly any sacks. I don't think he had any sacks last year, did he? Can we switch it to a different year? Don't look like it. I can, however, these stats here don't. I can't switch years apparently, but I can go to the film room and we can look at 2023. I got his name spelled weird. Both his first name and his last name. So I gotta get used to that. Haasan Redick. 2023. Week. All. Okay. Play such a play result. Passing, rushing, bunch of stuff here you got to do. I mean, I really like this setup they got. I mean, it's really good. You can do a lot of searching, but it's hard to find stuff, man. Defense, play situation, play result. To a sack. So we got 10 plays here. What number is he? With the Eagles, he was number 7. Okay, he's been number 7. He started off 43. With the Cardinals, he was number 43. With the Panthers, he was 43. And then he's been number 7 since then. Which is funny because Shaq Barrett went from 58 to 7, right? What's up with number 7? Lucky number? Timothy Ward, what's up, man? They had 1 sack last year? Yeah, it's not even worth looking that up, is it? Redick was drafted by Arians? Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was back in the Arians day. Yeah. Foot was his coach. Oh, that's awesome. That's good to know there, Christopher. Appreciate that. We had Evans, Godwin, Brown, and Perriman for a Super Bowl. We need a wide receiver core like that again. Gronk, yeah, Gronk. Yeah, Gronk was a lot better than Otten. Gronk was a huge reason why we went to the Super Bowl that year. He was just a beast, man. And not just, I mean, his catching, but he's very hard to tackle. He was incredibly difficult to tackle. You had to gang tackle him. One person couldn't do it. I wouldn't even say he ran great routes, but he was just so big. He was kind of like Mike, just like you couldn't box. He boxed everybody out, but his blocking. I mean, his blocking. He was the best blocking tight end I've ever seen, and it wasn't his technique or anything. He was just so big that he would just get in the way of guys. He was able to block defensive ends. Elite defensive ends, like he was a tackle, And again, it wasn't his technique, and he never looked like he really put a lot of effort into his blocking, but he just got in people's way. He was just so damn big. Riddick's going to get 20 sacks this season. That'd be nice. You think Riddick's washed up, Tom? Oh, thanks, MK. Appreciate it. I was a big Spider-Man fan growing up. I was real excited, super excited when the first Spider-Man came out, directed by Raimi. And I loved it. I thought it was great. I liked the first 2 Spider-Mans. Third one wasn't. Third one was all right. But yeah, I was a big Spider-Man fan. I got a crap ton of Spider-Man comics. I was a big comic collector. Yeah, I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my favorite character in the comic world. Lavonte Samuel Jr.? Don't know, Timothy. That's crazy, Junior. I remember when his dad played. Molly did that the other day. Oh, what was it? It was LeGarrette Blount's kid or somebody. She was like, "Oh my gosh, LeGarrette Blount's kid." Kid was getting ready to enter the NFL. She was like, "Oh my, I'm getting old." Well, yeah, welcome to the club. Mr. Ward, I'm not really sure. I don't know a lot about him. He plays for the Chargers, cornerback. Don't know much about him. I guess I watched him on game film 1 year because we played the Chargers. When was that? Was that last year? But he only played in 4 games last year. He must have got hurt. So what do you think about him? The Chronicles of Redick. Oh my gosh. I love those movies. Uh, what was the first one? Dark. Oh, Pitch Black. Great movie. Great movie. I had never heard of Vin Diesel before. This was before nobody even knew who he was. That was a great, great movie. I'm a big sci-fi guy anyhow. That movie, I love that movie. And of course, it was based off the comics and it was cool. And then the second movie, The Chronicles of Riddick, I love that movie. That was a good one too. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, Chronicles of Riddick. Maybe we should wait and do a film breakdown tomorrow. Might do that. And I'll call it Chronicles of Riddick. That's a good one. Thank you, Rampage. And I'll do a thumbnail with him like dressed up as Vin Diesel. Riddick. Great movies, yeah. Christopher, something happened with Whitehead last year. He was just not good. Our safety room, something happened. None of our safeties played good last year. Mike Edwards didn't play good. Whitehead didn't play good. Winfield didn't play good. Something was going on back there. I don't know what it was. And then he got in that car wreck. And from what I understand, it was a pretty serious car wreck. And he didn't play in the playoff games. I think he missed week 18 with us. But I don't know. I don't think we're going to bring him back. Just, his performance and the injury. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, which is such a shame because I loved Whitehead, man. I was sad when he went to the Jets. Yeah, I think it was Blunt's kid too, Molly. I didn't know if you were still here listening. Timothy, then I want to get him because we need. Well, I will trade them Jamel Dean. One up. I'll even give him a 5th-round draft pick. I don't care. I don't know anything about the guy. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to just get rid of Dean, man. I'm over him. And you didn't. There was not a bigger Dean supporter than me. From the time he came in the league until last year, I just over him, man. Just done with it. Done. He can't stay healthy. He doesn't look like he tries hard out there. He's definitely not physical enough. Playing that off-ball zone coverage all the time. Done with it. I'd bring Hargreaves the third back. I'd rather have him than Dean. Which sucks too, because Dean's got all the skills, man. He's got a lot of skill. He just don't try hard enough. The Dean machine. Yeah, I know. And he got a huge bag, man. He got, what was it, 30? Oh my gosh, yeah. $60 million. $60 million for a 3-year deal. Total guaranteed $34 million. That's $20 million a year for Carlton Davis. Oh gosh. I know we paid him quite a bit. Let me see. Well, what would we give Carlton Davis his last contract? was pretty big. It was pretty substantial. It was more substantial. 15 million a year. Yeah. Yeah, we gave him 15 million a year for 2 years. That was way too much, I thought. But again, I would trade Carlton. I would trade Dean for Davis. I'd trade Dean for 5 magic beans right now. Just over him, man. Done with him. But the way we'll probably keep him, and because Bowles loves him. We would have kept Devin White if it was up to Bowles. Jason Light went. Jason Light was like, "I've had enough of this dude. We're cutting him." Bowles was not happy about that. He did not agree with it, which is insane to me. Oh, I know, Joe. Yeah, could you imagine? I mean, the way our offense was just killing it last year, killing it. If our defense could have not, if we could have just stopped anybody passing wise, and we did good on the run again, but we couldn't stop people from scoring. Oh, so annoying. And you just knew it every time. And I don't like that with the Buccaneers. I'm a defensive guy, and I became a Buccaneer fan when the Buccaneers defense was just dominant. You didn't score points on them. They were the most exciting thing to watch about the Buccaneers for a decade. And to watch our defense just get plowed over anytime the offense wanted to. That was tough, man. That was tough. And our front last year, our defensive front, they did good. The sack numbers weren't there, all that. But, we watched that all 22, and they were getting through. But the quarterback there was always somebody open. Always somebody open. And, Kalijah Cansey could be coming at the quarterback. The Yaya could have been coming at him. Vita was coming at him. All 3 of them coming at him. And he just lobbed the ball up. There's an open wide receiver down there. Or they just weren't scared of our secondary at all. They'd throw right into coverage. They didn't care. Our guys couldn't do anything about it. Oh, it was so annoying. I'm getting PTSD just thinking about it. Why y'all bringing those memories back up, man? But yeah, if our defense could have held teams to 20 points, I would have been happy. What did we end up with? Was it 27 points a game, Joe? Is that what we gave up? I'll be sick to the stomach if that's what it was. Let me see. I'm gonna go to NFL.com, worst website on the planet. Okay, team stats. Offense. I want defense. Here we go. Points. Scoring. Here we go. I'm bringing it up. What? No, that's not what I wanted. Oh my gosh, I hate NFL Duck. They're so horrible. Okay. ESPN's probably got the better breakdown. Team. Fox Sports and who's got the best? I always seem to go back to ESPN, and I hate ESPN. All right, defense. Here we go. Points a game. Found it. Chargers were the best with 17.7. Eagles were second best, 17.8. Oh, we weren't the worst. Oh my gosh. 22.6. Man, I tell you, man, it seems like it was a lot worse than that. Panthers were the worst at 30, 31.4 points a game they gave up. Woo! Woo! That's bad. Then the Cowboys were second, 27.5. Man, the 49ers gave up 25.6 a game. So we were like right in the middle. No, actually, we were, we're about average. Man, it seemed like it was a lot worse than that. You said 27 points a game, and I didn't even blink. I was like, yeah, probably. It was 22.6. Man. So it was average. Man, it doesn't seem like that. I'll tell you what, yards a game, I bet that was worse. Let me see. The Eagles were the best at, man, they were best by 500 yards. Wow. Okay. No, we were about average in that too. Dang. 5,810 yards on the season. Yards per game. It was 341.8 yards per game. Right in the middle. Panthers were the worst, of course. 404. Love it. Love it. I still think he's going to get fired during the season, the end of this year. The Eagles were the best, 278.4 yards per game. Titans were second best. The Jets were third best. Wow. Huh. Defense wins championships, man. So if we cut him after June 1st, we save $12.8 million. Okay. Byron Murphy Jr. I'll take anybody. Don't care. Dude, trade Dean for a draft pick and use that draft pick to trade for Seattle's Tariq Woolen. I'll do it. I'll take it, man. You think we can get a draft pick for Dean? You're $1 million off the Godwin contract. So you get 3 years, $65 million. Yeah, I'm not upset with it. I think it's right where, we couldn't franchise him again. It would have cost us like $35 million or something to franchise him again. So we had to make a deal with him. And I think he could have got more. Somebody was saying he left about $20 million on the table to stay with the Buccaneers. And I heard that the Patriots were going after him really hard. And the kind of money they're throwing around up there, it makes sense. So, he's a smart dude, man. Godwin's a smart dude, And the Buccaneers have treated him right. Yeah, they had J.C. Horn with that ranking last year. How do you mess that up, right? It's just a bad team, man. They didn't like tackling last year. Don't make a scene, cut Dean. I'm gonna make a t-shirt on it. Yeah, so Spot Rack's got good free agency tracker. I like that. I like it. I don't know how live it is if it refreshes, but it does a good breakdown. So I'm gonna use that one until it aggravates me. Yeah, I can't believe Carlton Davis got. I mean, what do they see in that dude? I don't know. So yeah, the Miami Dolphins ranked first for the second consecutive year in the NFLPA report card. The Buccaneers didn't do too good again. Now, there were some interesting things about this report card. One was the players' view on Todd Bowles. We ended up with 27th. We were 27th out of 32 teams. So I don't know if we're getting worse or better. Treatment of families is a C minus. Remember that was our big issue last year. We didn't have a family room, and we charged for daycare for the players. Apparently, most teams don't do that. Arizona Cardinals are horrible though. Along with the Panthers, I believe it is. They charge guys for their hotel rooms. Some crap like that. The meals, the food in the dining area, the players graded it a C minus. Now, all the people that they dealt with, like the dietitian, the nutritionist, the personal trainers, the training room staff, all those people got good grades. B's, stuff like strength coaches got A's. Head coach, though, got a B plus. Found that interesting. Ownership got a D plus from the players. That kind of weirded me out, man. I'm like, whoa, what if ownership's going to like that? Because of their willingness to invest in the facilities, they got a 6.5 out of 10. The players graded that. They feel like the Glazers slightly contribute to team culture. I think it's because the Glazers are really kind of hands off. You know, they're not like there a lot. And they don't feel like the Glazers were committed to building a competitive team. That surprised me. But Todd Bowles, he got great. He got 100% score. He's one of only 6 coaches that got a 100% score on efficiency of the player's time. So Bowles doesn't mess around. It's a you in and you out. Players like that, apparently. But they feel like he's moderately receptive to locker room feedback on the team needs, player needs, and stuff like that. Found that interesting. He was kind of at the bottom of the league, 24th out of 32 head coaches. Most of the team they feel like they got comfortable amount of personal space on team flights, but a large part of them, 35% of them, don't feel that way. Those are probably the rookies. And from what I understand, the coaches and stuff get the good seats. And then the vets get the second good seats. And then all the rest of the guys get the crap seats. So we got a C minus on team travel. Weight room got a B. I think that's a drop down. I think last year we were at A minus. The training room, C plus. Locker room is a C. So we got to upgrade our locker room, man. But yeah, again, family treatment. We are one of 10 teams that do not offer a family room during home games. Now, that was last year. That was a big issue with last year. And we stopped charging for daycare provided during home games. We were charging $90 per child for daycare at home games. That's insane. I mean, why would you charge for daycare, one, and $90? I mean, that's like chump change. You know, you gotta wonder what these owners are thinking sometimes, you know. But the Jets received an F for ownership. That's not surprising at all. The Patriots received poor grades in weight room and team travel. Arizona Cardinals were last again. Chargers made the biggest improvement. That's not a shock there, though. Now, them hardballs don't play around. Falcons made improvements too. They went from 34th or 25th place to 3rd place, with none of their grades falling below a B. So they're getting serious over there. Here was an interesting stat that I saw. I think y'all will find interesting. Let me see what everybody's talking about. Three and a half in the playoffs. Okay. Yeah. We're going to watch some game film of him tomorrow, Abraham. So if you can make it tomorrow, we're going to do the Chronicles of Redick. And we are going to go through his good seasons with the Eagles. That's what he really did. He didn't do much with Arizona, I don't think. $12.5 in 2020. Okay, so maybe we'll look at that. Yeah, probably a good idea to look at the Arizona because that's, kind of our defense we play now. I was back with Arians and Foote and all those guys. Yes, Jerry Jones is a little too handsy, both metaphorically and physically. But why would you charge $90 for daycare per child? I mean, you're paying these guys millions of dollars. I mean, that's, these owners, that's what you got to look at. These owners are throwing millions of dollars around all the time like it's nothing. $20 million to upgrade the TV screens, $30 million to redo the banners, $50 million for this player. They're dealing with millions of dollars all the time, and they're going to charge $90 for daycare. It's just weird, man. It's like, who does that? I mean, how much money would you make? Even if every player had a kid, right? So you look at it. Let me do the math. Let's say 53 guys had a kid that they brought in for daycare. 53. That's $4,000 you're going to make. $4,770 for daycare. And everybody doesn't bring their kids in. You got 53 kids in there. Be lucky if you got 20. It's just a weird thing, man. It's like I think it's Arizona that makes the players pay for their lunch. Like, what? I mean, how much money are you making off of that? It's weird. Don't know. Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to do the Chronicles of Redick. I was going to do the game film today, but we just had too much stuff to cover. Anyhow, blowout wins and losses since 2020. This was a very interesting stat. Look at this. These are NFL teams with the most and least blowout wins and losses since 2020. The Buccaneers are 3rd. Look at this. We've had 22 blowout wins. Panthers are they're tied for 2nd worst with 4th, and then the Falcons are tied. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tied at 5th worst with 5. We're in 3rd place, man. We had a lot of blowouts. And the blowout is I can't remember what this guy said the blowout was. It was, if you win by 17 points. Or lose by 17 points, that's considered a blowout loss. So anyhow, the most blowout losses, Panthers, or the second worst. But look at this. Buccaneers, we've only had 5 blowout losses in 5 years. That's incredible. I did not realize. But look at this. Look at that. 2. Baltimore Ravens have only lost by 17 points twice since 2020. That's it. That's amazing. So I was like, wow, that's incredible. I did not know we were up here in blowout wins and down here on blowout losses. I mean, we're in the same category with the Ravens, the Bills, because they're over here too. The Bills, 49ers. You can say the 49ers here. Like the Chiefs have got, and then you got the Ravens. So we're in the same category with the 49ers, the Bills, and the Ravens. That's awesome. The Chiefs have got very few blowout losses, but they're not over here in this category. They don't have blowout wins. Found that interesting. We're awesome. There's more confirmation of how great we are. So yeah, we're going to do the Haasan Redick game film tomorrow. And see exactly what we got. And everybody was pointing out, somebody was pointing out, I think it was Christopher, pointed out that Arians drafted Redick and Larry Foote was his coach on defense. So that's awesome. So we're getting a known commodity here. That's exciting. So now we'll look at his Eagles and we'll look at his. We're not going to look at last year's game film because he didn't want to play with the Jets, and he only played the last half of the season, held out and all that good stuff. All right, guys, I got to get off here. I'm starving. I'll go downstairs. I got some. Molly made some chicken Alfredo. Gonna go eat. Guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Interesting stuff. We'll probably have some more free agency news tomorrow. But tomorrow we're going to try to do the game film on Haasan Redick. And we'll talk about whatever news comes up. But until next time, go Bucs.